I did that thing again where I definitely remembered to click the right button before unmuting. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite podcast, your senior yapologist and Yap Kage now newly promoted, Andrew or Elixir.
Damn, I don't remember there being a vote. Hey, gang, it's your boy, the TommyNT. FOMO for Gen Con is real, but at least you don't have to worry about missing out on Misplay, man.
That's right, because on Misplay, we are spoiling Spider-Man brand new game, baby. That's right. If you didn't watch it up until now, get ready, because we're going to discuss it, okay? We're a film podcast now, okay? Forget about the cards. Let's talk about Tom Holland's performance and the CEO of sex.
He never misses. Dude, I can't believe the Spider-Man Brand New Day was actually the stealth drop for the Naruto TCG, and if you don't watch it, you can't see the news for the game.
Yeah, it was
hey,
really
is it
cool.
true that there's just a bunch of posters of Naruto in that movie?
True.
Cool.
I was there.
That's true. Well, Marcy works on the movie.
Yeah, I was actually in New York.
Yeah, people don't know this, but I've never seen you and Spider-Man in the same place at the same time.
I'm actually Tom Holland's cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually why, like, if you're wondering where we were gone for so long, it wasn't that we were busy and people were moving. As Marcio was in New York, like he was busy, you know.
I was doing the rollout for the movie.
Yeah, you know, they gave him like a Stan Lee cameo where, like, in one of the taxis, he's just in the back going, "What the hell, man?"
It's actually crazy because not only did I do a rollout for the Odyssey, which we will be talking about, and if you care about spoilers for the Odyssey, it's also like 4,000 years old. So catch up, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Spider-Man almost public domain. The Odyssey so public domain it extends before copyright law.
And if you haven't read the Iliad, oh, you're cooked, bro.
If you haven't read Iliad, boy, do I have a Digimon game for you.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it's doing pretty well. Bandai just released their own podcast, which is, you know, obviously infinitely less interesting than our Bandai podcast. Where they did have some people that, you know, do be pushing numbers that we do not be pushing. Shoutouts Khan, now showing up in 2 different Digimon podcasts. Soon he'll be with us. Soon TM on that, because that's a.
We missed him in Manchester. That's fine.
He missed us in Manchester, actually.
True.
But yeah, you know, we're back with the podcast. We just fresh off of a regional. If you're here and you're like, wow, this isn't Digimon live event. Yeah, this is what we do on the regular. So if you're new here, hi. Welcome to the reason most people know us. Yeah, and you know, if you've missed the Digimon podcast of all time, and you're like, damn, I've missed them. 3 British yappers just absolutely wasting an hour of your time.
Excuse me?
Let me roll with this. You know, we're gonna show up on BBC iPlayer. It's our newest podcast platform. Yeah, whatever podcast platform you're on.
Huh?
Yeah, have you updated your TV license to listen to Misplay for the game? Yeah, rate us on 5 stars, like the video, subscribe, or whatever your preferred interaction metric is on your platform of choice. Helps us get in the algorithm, all that good stuff. If you're watching live on YouTube, then you can like the stream to put us closer to the front page, and you can support us for free by hitting subscribe on Twitch with your Twitch Prime. You can take money away from a billionaire and give it to your struggling Yap Kage. Because we will be there on the ground floor of Naruto. Not quite the ground floor, because they love doing that shit in NA only, huh?
Yeah. But
it's okay.
Damn, you took a month out, by the way. You didn't miss a step on that. That was very good, Andrew.
Yeah, you know, I'm a consummate professional that loves money. I mean, the community. I mean, money. I mean, the community. But yeah, you know, you can get pictures of my son who desperately wants to be involved right now. And you can join the Misplay for Game pod server. There's 900 of you fellas in there now.
Yeah,
for better or for worse.
Yeah,
make that number
the cruelest prank that we ever done. I mean, actually, these days I sort of feel like Misplay Mercenaries is maybe the funniest joke we played on ourselves.
Yep.
Considering the amount of effort that is now going into that
insane hit rate.
But yeah, listen, we're working on that.
Yeah, you know what? I guess we could maybe talk about Rotherham, right? It's the most recent. We'll work like backwards. We'll just
Sao Paulo, I think time zone wise, edges is out on that one.
Oh, word. You know what? I have that open as well. So I mean, we can go to CCG Eventos as I feed my cat my thumb and remember what.
Because I was there at Rotherham as well, by the way.
He was. Marcio, actually, you guys don't know this. Marcio secretly runs most of the events for Bandai.
He's actually Mr. Digimon.
I'm actually Mr. OPE.
He's the CEO of Digimon.
He put the OP in OPE.
I put the E in OPE.
He put the E in OPE?
Yeah.
It's kind of
before boring. It was just OPE?
All right. This is also, so like, you know, as usual, meta is around the big man, Toho Braves certainly do be, braving everything you can throw at them.
This is the first episode, not only in like a month, but also since EX12 came out. So do we want to do like a quick, like, if you don't actually actively participate in a lot of Digimon events, like most of it these days, and you've been sleeping under a rock, Susanoo the best secret.
Yeah, they finally
the
printed a good Susanoo, and it's an apology for every other Susanoo they put in the. BT7 was pretty good at getting one card banned, but then other than that card didn't do anything.
Some have said Analog Youth got that card banned.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, Toho Braves basically 50% meta representation. That shit
is that across Top Cut? That's crazy.
Yeah, the top 16, 7 in Top Cut. So
are we ready? You know how like we took like a month off, and like in this month off, people weren't really having hot takes like we do in this podcast. I don't think Toho Braves is that good.
I agree. I'm so glad I've missed this show, bro. I think it's just got weeaboo ass Digimon. It's got a delay that floats and loses to Crimson Blaze, and everyone just likes it because it's got like Japan, or like place Japan deck. Like,
oh, hold on, wait, Yuxo Alta count? Why is there like Yuxo Portugal 31? Did he get his? Like,
no, it's not Yuxo Portugal. It's Yuxo Part 31. He runs a bot farm.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That's what there's the subscribers on the I would say other well-known European Digimon TCG organization. That's
actually how they do the funding. It's entirely off of all the clip farming. Toho Braves, it's everywhere. It is the deck to
love it. It's not even like I can think of like 3 other better, like more relatively broken tier 1 decks just this year alone.
I think the thing that it has is it's very versatile. And as far as like wave 1 supports go, this is the most well-rounded wave 1 support I think any of these pendulum style decks have gotten. So I think there's some value in that.
I don't disagree. I think that like the theoretical like gameplay loop of like going from like Kaguya into like maybe Neja with like the occasional like Amaterasu, and then like sometimes weaving in Ryugu is like, that's kind of cool, but I think it's just like the deck is like a really big gun for people that like really like to go hunting, and like anything that would have any amount of like interaction, this is the most like goo goo gaga deck to like not have to deal with it.
Yeah, the Ryugu really impressed me over Rotherham for sure. Like
I was just talking about Susanoo. Like pretty much like any defensive deck that would like have any form of interaction just doesn't have a way to interact with Susanoo for the most part. So like it kind of beats all the TS decks in the sense that like they're like, ooh, I have like my Minerva, and then I got this, and then I got like my option, and then like I have my mid-range game plan, and then just go.
It's just a ridiculous amount of DP minus. Like my ×3 is just like such a fucked number. I'm like, there's no equivalent in the card game. Like everything else is just like, we were talking about that, like Apollomon is 2x and it's the number of colors. This is 3x and it's colors in sources. Like it's ridiculous.
It genuinely feels like they forgot the cards that they put in the set with it. Like Susan, it may be if it was a hybrid card and it was like at most you're getting 3 colors because you're gonna get the Trio Tamer and like those like spirits in it, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna do -9. You'd be like, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. It's just like they just forgot they put it in a rainbow deck that can with assembly. I made a whole video on Digicross and I'm like, word. What about what if you only ever had to find the sources one time? And then you have them for the rest of the game.
What I will say is that like the deck low-key kind of also lacks its own defensive mechanics. So no spoilers for Rotterdam, but I think it was really funny that Shoutmon like won the event.
Yeah.
Because Shoutmon is the kind of deck that beats this kind of deck where it's like, ooh, I cleared your board and I went wide. And then Shoutmon's like, okay, now I'm going to do it back. But this time I have bot deck. So deal with it.
It's so funny, man. Like, it's not just, I'm not going to try and make the terrible, when I got a bad take on Misplay for a game, I rip him chat. But like, this is not square block, square hole the deck. But if you described the things this deck did to you like a year ago, it's like, no way, guys. A board with blocker and retaliate. That's crazy, man. How do you beat that?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
Like it's the way I would have described overpowered Digimon cards in BT12.
yeah, and like I think this is like maybe saying the best deck is a stretch. I think this is like
The most
one of the
represented deck. It's the deck to beat.
yes.
You're gonna see one.
Where I was going with this was that like this is like it's kind of like a potential man deck. It just kind of exists like in a it's like right now it's like pretty good, but only because like other things kind of got nerfed which allow it to like exist. And the deck is like relatively fun to play. Like I can't deny that like the deck is fun to play, but I mean you look at the slop pile and it's like okay, well it's an analog merchant deck. Those are like kind of unfair, but then like they don't have a way to cheat out the analog. But then like the deck isn't like super memory efficient. Like it can climb just about, but I think like if the TS decks have like sixes that they can drop to like get back board, this deck has the de facto 6 to always get back board. So nothing really gets to like stick around.
I thought that we had the deck fingerprint stuff.
This is just the best.
I think you have to look at it from like if you click one list, you can have a look.
Yeah,
the worst best deck we've had in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, from the one event we have 100% coverage for it. It's not even the most popular deck in the room either. Like I think Glowing Dawn is still the most popular thing around.
Can we check?
Yeah, the pie chart right there is the full breakdown.
It's also the fact that like a lot of people are not accounting for it, but this deck just kind of loses to like a lot of like common like floodgates that people have played in the past. Like if the deck like sticks around for a little bit longer, it will lose harder to text. Like the deck doesn't really play well into Valor, it doesn't really play well into like Crimson Blaze, it doesn't really play well into like those kinds of effects. It does have the variety of the different 6s. I think that's like its best thing going, and obviously like the option.
Yeah,
but
like some people are really low on the boost.
I got it, Tom. It's like they locked in for this deck and not Chimera, okay? Because like Chimera is like what this deck wants to be, but this deck is just like better.
Which I mean, deadass, you're right. The like when you watch the Bozo promo Millenniumon pop and float 3 times, you're like, whoa, here we go again. He's gonna do a little bit of annoying shit and waste my 10 minutes.
Hey, some of that's gonna be burning your security now.
Well, it'll do that soon. Yeah. But I'm saying like when Toho Braves pops and floats, it makes. First, it blows your whole damn board up on the way out. But second, it's like, like actively moving cards where they want to go because assembly is just like such an overtuned. Like,
it's one of those where it felt like it feels like they designed it with the intent of it being like slow to access, and then once the engine gets rolling, you fully have access to it for the rest of the game. The problem is Analog Youth still is available at 4.
I mean, just to put it in the chat, like we've had better decks in the past that are only like not super good right now because of like the prevalence of like a Mega Zoo metagame, like the TS things.
Yeah,
and, like a lot of like the other decks that were a lot better in the past kind of got hit to the point where like this deck now gets to to flourish in this environment.
I look at a list like Toho Braves and I'm like Nats 25 farms this list, right? Like Levia, like Galaxy Mirage, Purple Hybrid. God, Purple Hybrid. Like in a context where Purple Hybrid players weren't currently LARPing as bad Susanomon piles themselves, and they were actively just playing the shit that enables them to
the Chinese draw engine.
Yeah, like not that I'm gonna get on my Sound Birdmon is the truth shit again. I genuinely think it has too many other bad matchups. This is like we talk about like basically 4 times a year. There's one deck that's kind of centralizing, whether or not it's the best deck. A la EX10 or sorry EX4 BT12 format BLs and Hunters, right? Like if this is the Beelzemon, it is a centralizing popular archetype with a very clear defined win condition that you can explain to someone in 2 seconds. Like there is depth there, but there was depth to BL sequencing its shit in a different order. This is the same thing where it's like the things that would absolutely cook this just genuinely do not get to live in a world where Galactimon is good. Like you, and if there's 5 of them in a room, they're coming for you.
We will get to talk Galactimon later for sure.
But I do think it's neat that like it's one of those cases where when people are like, oh, how do I play Digimon? If you look at like the lists that are like any of these first place ones, it's like product from EX12, analog youth from ED01. You're done. That's it.
I think that's like why like, you know, it's good to have strong accessible decks from like a single set. We've had these in the past before.
Yeah, like you look at maybe a quarter of the field and you can buy maybe a couple, like either 2 starter decks and some singles, or maybe 2-3 boxes if you get real lucky of EX12 and you're kind of chilling.
And like even from like a cost argument, like Muskets is still the more expensive, super like crazy pop-off deck of the format. So it's like Toho Braves, I think, is just largely a net win. If you're in America and you're buying from TCG Player and your singles prices for Susanoo have done what they've done over there, I'm so sorry. Bad luck. Bad tough times. But if you're everywhere else where like market forces aren't speculative eBay fucking card flippers from Whatnot or whatever, like I'm sure you'll have a much easier time buying your deck.
And to bring up, I just want to see like what a topping Sayu Warriors list looks like.
The last episode of this dang podcast we did, I said Sayu Warriors would top before the end of the year, and motherfucker, it got second and it was close.
It got topped by the end of the month.
Yeah, this deck it's just, everyone's like, but it's just not as good. And I'm like, you're missing the forest for the trees. Of course it's not as good out of the bottle. It's a control deck. You build it to counter a thing in the format. So when people figure out, like, even when people were like, oh, you know, the shitty level, the go up amon's not that good. It's like, bro, he answers the floated level 3. Like, there's parts to this that you can use to like derive an actual combo and like matchup like for every deck in the format.
I think Sayu is like what Toho Brave wants to be in terms of like having like the defined like strength. But I think like the engine is just a little bit not as good, and it relies on like interacting with the opponent, right? Like the Neja gains value if the opponent has a Digimon on the board. The Takuto and Erlang, like very similar, where like the opponent like has to play into them in some capacity for you to like gain value off of your cards. But the nice thing about the Pendulum decks now is that like they have the level 4s that can like cheat out their spells. So
oh like, my god, it's the most broken goddamn card. It's like the games you find Hakuvamon on turn 1 and the games you don't are completely different experiences.
Even and I say this across like all of the other Pendulum decks. Like I tested a bit of like Virus Busters, like even like Nature Spirits, man. Just like having a 4 that just like cheats your action economy just a little bit.
It's 6K like by the way. So
yeah,
even
they all play through Ruin. It's crazy.
They all play through Ruin mode. It's so annoying.
And like the thing is, it's just I think like a deck like this just doesn't get to exist in a world where like Susanoo is like the de facto like nuke, because like your interaction is like, again, it revolves off of you like floating in some capacity or like playing things out on the opponent's turn, which Susanoo does not allow. It's like
they're all disruption.
Like adventure.
They're all like a form of disruption.
Nishamon is like the best case comparison out of that. The problem is he gets clapped out by execute hitting him in the head instead of an attack getting redirected. So like he can get big, but if you just fill the Susanoo with 1 of every DP inherit, that's when they can then take the momentum back and beat him. But like it puts them on you better have it. And genuinely, I think there are probably like I've seen some demented. China loves this deck. It's one of those ones where it's like if you look at like Super Saber
China
Battle,
loves the Sun Wukong deck.
I know, crazy, right? No,
Marcio's spreading propaganda for the Sun Wukong deck.
Yeah, they see the big vision. No, but people are playing like was it BT3, the Black Tie? That's just like opponents turn your Digimon are bigger. It's like just like the 1,000 or 2,000 more DP to randomly get big enough to beat out a Susanoo can sometimes mean that this card is good enough. So there's a whole bunch of like things to unpack over time, and we know 26 is going to come up with more things. And I'm not.
I mean, it's good that we're getting the support for these decks. Like as
Shambhala is going nowhere, man. Like people are expecting it to be popular,
and the support isn't even like big dudes. Like Shaka and Enma aren't even remotely close to coming out soon, but these decks.
Yeah, we know they're like January or something.
Yeah, like we're not getting them
Good to
this
know that we're
year,
gonna
but
get
these
them.
decks aren't like okay, you had fun with them in EX12, now put them back in the binder. Like you
I think-
actually are gonna get drip fed stuff.
Yeah, there's
thanks to-
multiple full lines that they can still add. There's more waves of support from like ignoring that Kunlun is already out. There are multiple things they can pull back from other media. Like there are New Century has like entire lines for these decks and stuff. That mobile game is huge. So like there's so much stuff they could do for Shambhala.
I think it's
like, we're in
also
good
worth
shape.
noting that, like, I mean, obviously, the Shakemon that is out right now, not a great card, but I
So
think
cool.
there's not a ton of decks in the format that like are killing you while they have like Sec +1.
Mhm.
So I wonder if like, do you remember like the V Passion cracked out Jupiter list where like you were playing the Odin's Breath to just like apply Sec -1, like
Yeah.
get another turn? I wonder if like a lot of these decks just should start considering like playing a way to just apply Sec -1, because bar like what Medusa, most decks like kind of struggle to like Beelstar doesn't have Sec +1.
Yeah, TB, man. TB needs a little bit of help getting there. It requires them to find very specific lines
They
to
need to
do
find
it.
a Masaratsu.
Yeah, so it's like I'll give it this too, because Mercy is right. Like the format kind of came back to almost like shock-a-lock. They made the new what's her name this morning? Junomon Hysteria mode. Is that what she's called?
Yeah. She
Her
like
effect is
applies,
literally that.
D1 crash out.
That's why I was like, oh, okay, like genuinely applying Sec -1 is like good again.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that like
This card is not good. Do not
don't
put
do this. Don't do this unless you guys
really
want.
funny.
Unless you happen to need 4 ultras,
I mean,
and then I
it
can
crosses with what Sanzo, Chohakai,
Sanzo, Chohakai,
and Wukong.
Gokumon, and Sango.
It's one of all of
Sorry.
them.
Where?
For
I
-2 each,
need-
so it's
It's
-3.
7. You play it for 7. It's so bad, yo.
Yes.
Do you know what else you could play for 7? Junomon. Oh, they don't got the Hysteria mode yet?
No, it's not up on the wiki yet.
It's kinda neat.
Lacking.
Because like it's kind of neat. I think like EX12 is just a pretty neat set, but I think it also is just like nobody has like a reference to go off of. So this is when we see like I think like new toy syndrome is more prevalent than before. We're like, aha, Japan and their new toy syndrome. Always
we're
want to
doing
play the new decks, and then like, what are we doing? Playing the newest decks.
I think, to be fair, when your options are Beelstar, which if you missed the boat on 14 months ago, long day for you kind of deck.
Some people never got on the boat, Andrew.
Yeah, like some people never got on the boat, and then not enough of their friends have topped and gotten their invites yet, so they can't wait for the Beelstar to make it down the conveyor belt to them. You can build this deck pretty efficiently. I think both of these. I think it's really good that Sayu Warriors. It's kind of like when a minute barrier gets passed in like a speedrun. It's like that. As soon as someone does it once, someone's like actually topped on Sayu Warriors. I think that maybe we might start to see a little bit more market share of these like top cuts start to see Sayu Warriors come in a lot more, rather than people just going, "Our Sayu Warriors can't keep up with TB." So if you're gonna open EX12, you might as well build TB.
I just like Sayu because it has a Gokumon on it. I'm
yeah. But like now that there's actual results behind it, it really helps for
Yeah.
like the propaganda. Like obviously, you know, TB kind of came out the gate swinging. It has so many tops. This is
TB
its
is
first tier 1 win though, right?
I believe so.
It's been like
I
a second
believe-
place
I believe,
dispenser.
I believe in the Western format, yeah. There is a big asterisk for that, which is the Kurova 1 GAO Singapore going
Yes, that is
completely
fair.
unbeaten through the entire thing on it.
But I think it's
and
like
that's
Toho is
like,
also better in best of one. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the best of one effect was so like I'm not knocking anybody, but like if the runner up was Ruin Mode Turbo, like no shit, because that's the most best of one deck of all time. Like I don't know. I'm not saying that you won't see more Toho Raves and Sayu Warriors. Basically, they're linearly printing upgrades to the red stuff with the
we got
Musamemon or
a
whatever.
Empire
Galacti.
keeps Galacti, Metal Empire. They keep topping.
I think they're just like I think Galacti is like a proven
yes.
good deck. I think like Galacti was like low-key unplayable when Rox was really good.
Rox is just dead.
This was also like Rox before we had EX11 support, like the EX10 period where like Rox was in like full swing.
Yeah.
That was not a good period for Galacti. But I think like it's now established as like I mean I've always said that this deck is like one of the best like evergreen decks. This deck, it's very difficult for this deck to like not just absolutely like fold the opponent.
It is really
it's
funny
like-
because we always said that like Galacti was like the barrier for like everyone wants to slow down Digimon because Digimon's getting too fast, but there is if you go too slow, the space station eats the format alive. And I guess in this format is sped up so much that people have started like really slamming the brakes, and in comes Galacti again.
I think the thing with Galacti though is that it's a victim of new mechanic being introduced. This deck fucking hates choose an opponent's Digimon and battle it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it hates it so bad because you'll go, yeah, I'm unaffected. And then you go,
Yeah, you can't end this
Bearmon,
attack.
get them.
Yeah.
How big? I'm unaffected. Didn't ask. How big?
And like it becomes like super awkward because then you have to play like more of the attack negate, but then the attack negate doesn't kill tamers. But then some decks don't really care about tamers, so then your matchup is kind of ass. And then like sometimes you don't break, but like you're just like a little bit too slow.
It
And
is a
then,
very
like-
strange place for the format to be in, where a lot of the best decks are not super tamer reliant. Or like if you kill an analog youth, I don't think they care that much.
And, like,
it's put cards in trash where they need to be.
The unaffected Galacti doesn't have protection, and then like it's lots of like this deck used to be like it used to have like a defined like thing, and then they made a new thing that just somehow is like worse.
Yeah, they were like, it's unique in its game plan. What if we also just made it a black blocker deck for the love of the game?
But Galacti also gets to exist in that like it always is the kind of deck where like the matchups around it always like really matter. Like it was true even during like Maggie format. Like Maggie was the most represented deck, but it was like one of Galacti's like harder matchups, and like bar Maggie, Galacti like shit on everything. But then it kind of lost a little bit to like direct counters to Maggie, but like those are not like as common. So I mean, the emblem's good, but then like the emblem isn't. I mean, it's Venmon texted, but then it's like now you have to fit in the emblem. Where's your space?
And for Xeno.
Yeah, I like how this deck has like shaped out here though, because it really did like show up. Like people complained for 3 weeks about how broken Asuna play Asuna from Trash was, and then this deck went, oh, okay, bet, and then that was the end of the story. So when you need a deck to show up, I just messed up. I'm gonna get a little out of heat for this, I'm sure, but I almost don't think the emblem was the difference maker for this deck to have popped up again. I think you'd have seen a couple Galacticmon lists show up in top 32s and top 16s, even if they didn't have it, because of just how uniquely well positioned it is right now.
But it doesn't hurt.
Hey, dude, it's like, if you check when it's secure, I mean, you're not really supposed to chip Galactic anyway. You need to try and kill it as fast as possible, but like, don't swing and hit a Xeno, you chud. But now you can hit a Firecracker that'll, like, it's just so much free shit if you find
it.
A lot of free. Yeah. Like it's basically Xeno for 2, or
like
bring
up the emblem again, Andrew.
Yeah,
it's just nuts, man.
So I think like the thing with Galacti is like, I think, how do I say this in a very maybe not inflammatory? So first of all, so it's like what, as a main you could just get to
play Venom or Zenith from hand without paying the cost
for 3. So that's pretty good.
But you then go +1 off the Xeno. That's why it's so annoying.
Yes, it's very good.
It's so, a 2-cost emblem. Well, it is a 2-cost emblem because it does the 2-cost emblem thing.
Yeah.
I genuinely think this is my crackpot theory, crackhead, whatever. I think low key that Xeno and Assembly Galacti made the deck worse. In the sense that it's like your play patterns are now like you have the ability to like slam things down, but as a result, like people kind of got a little bit more sloppy with like how they're playing Galacti, just because you have like much easier comebacks, so you don't have to be like as good managing your resources. So like I don't think the deck is like as dominant as it used to be, because like it's like you have to be like really good at like managing your resources, so the deck felt a lot more suffocating.
I think the other,
it's a wider right cost.
Can we just fucking ban Jambo, by the way? He wants to be a guest on the podcast so bad. Why are you even listening? Like, just fucking go do your chores. Take your dog out for a walk.
I love the first response everybody had to this card is it was like, well, that's better Fusionized. But if you tell me that you think this card is as good as Fusionized, it tells me everything I need to know about how I'm going to play you in a Galactic matchup. So it's one of those things where it's like, because it has, and it's literally, I think, because it's called Unique Emblem, by the way. If this card wasn't called Unique Emblem and it was just a different if this was Digimon World 3 references and not Digimon Liberator references, it would change how you play it, because like people treat this as like, oh, I've played other Liberator decks, do X, fulfill condition, do Y, gain big tempo step. So it's like the shorthand to card game players is that like, oh, this is a whatever. It's like it's a cantrip, right? Like it's +1 card advantage for no reason, and later you'll do it for tempo. Like it's not that black and white in a control deck. You're not supposed to treat things like that when you have to manage your resources over a long game. So watching people try and interact with this shit is crazy. I don't think this is the card that made the difference. I think, but
it's a good card.
It's an excellent card, and I think it also helped patch up some of the things that were expressly relevant in this format. The Galacticmon being one of the few black Digimon that can actually out dual cards is very, very
so
important.
Funny. The wording is so, because it kills everything else. If you whiff on the play costless duels, it kills all the duels.
Yeah, which is
wait, sorry, go again.
So because dual cards have no play cost, the condition on this effect is all turns, or sorry, it's the can you pull Ragnarok Cannon?
Is this the wrong Galactic? It's not the Ragnarok Cannon that does it. It's the Galactic that does it, the unaffected. Where's the one that has assembly?
Not that one. You keep clicking on the same one. He has like 5 artworks. I think it's because you're on Ragnarok and the other one doesn't speak.
Okay, you need the Galactic. Yeah, so he's delete the play cost, right? So it's choose one of your opponent's highest play cost Digimon and delete all of their other Digimon. So if you fail to choose a target, you delete all their other Digimon.
Is that how they rule it?
Yep,
yeah.
That is
so
the
it'll
ruling.
blow up every dual card on the field at the same time.
Yeah. Kai found this out in round 3. Kai was XO after killing 3. I think they'd killed 2 Beelstar Flares and then found that out as the ruling in round 3. Kai killed 4 Beelstar Flares en route to top 32. It's awesome. Yeah, so this was the funniest card in the matchup.
It's unique in the black deck space because it lets you fight the dual cards. But like, that's not just why this card is good. And then like, I'm gonna give the one sentence mention that Apocalypse deserves, which is that it's a cool way to re-up your protection. It's a cool way to fight. Yeah, Mill is an alternative win con when you need to figure out a panic button.
Also, that shit says 15k in security.
Sure, you know what I mean. If that was the difference maker between you feeling like you could chip Galactic and not chip Galactic, I don't know what to tell you.
Some people are not 15k. I'll tell you that.
I think my beef with like the Galactic support is not like the floor of the deck or like the things that like it got. Like I think that the emblem's really good. I think like Xeno, while I'm personally not the hugest Xeno lover because I prefer the mem setter.
Yeah, of course.
I think like, you know, the card is obviously like pretty good at just like refreshing your thing.
God
I think
has too many tops to not respect.
He's a hammer
anymore.
spark. You know, you check him in security, he steals your fucking turn. Like that's what he does. It's so annoying.
My main, like the thing that I figured it out. The thing that I don't like about New Galactic is just like the thing that I don't like about Galactic is I don't like New Galactic. I don't like that you have to go into like into one to then go into the other one. While it is really cool that like, you know, you get to become unaffected and then you get into like going to the other one, it just like pads your deck with like more stuff and you have to take like more steps to like achieve what you were already doing anyway. Like assembly is nice, but like you didn't really need assembly. It's like, it's nice.
Well, as a weird thing of like, even though you're protected, you get taken off board a lot more in this format. So like being able to scramble, like being able to play back from nothing is not.
You could play back from nothing. Like you had like assembly snatch. You had Digicross Snatch, which was effectively assembly plus like fusionize and like you had ways to like get back on board. Granted, they were more expensive, and I think I like the fact that the deck was like if you actually clear the ship, the deck would then pass the opponent more memory because like it had to like rebuild. Whereas with this version, you gain like so much more memory between like Memsetter and then like the Xenos. It's neat. I think like you did bring up a good point is that like you now have like more guaranteed ways to do the OTK without having to raise rookie and poke for game, because like you have the emblem to play out the Zenith from drop that like, you know, does the trash to sources, which triggers your unsuspend and yippee whip. It's neat.
I one of these days we'll have a chance to talk about it before we move on to the other decks that are cool, because as this deck gets more and more focused waves of support, BT11 Vemmon starting to miss on more of these things feels like something that's worth talking about in terms of like how you build the deck, because its gimmick was always, it's basically like Marcy said earlier, it like kind of can't brick. But
now
now you might like your Vemmon might pull up Zenith unique emblem and you're like, well, I guess I'll kill myself. So it's an interesting way to see a deck develop. It's never happened in Digimon before where we've gone from like the 50 of engine tools to like an archetype,
a real deck.
Yeah, so I do think it's interesting to see where this goes. Somebody will have to explain to me why all of you animals have pet fusion eyes. I wanted that card banned for like a year, but whatever.
I don't know. I think like it's just really difficult to build the deck, but we've been talking about Galactic for a long time.
Yeah, so let's do a couple little wrap ups here. So Metal Empire, wow,
it keeps topping. Like,
it's not a Joker deck.
I think it's
not just Asano.
It's a pilot deck, and also yes, you have to dodge the most represented deck in the format. You have, you know, it has such a good matchup spread. It just loses to the red crayon.
Yeah.
So
messed up, huh?
Yeah, it won't win anything, but it will top. And
I don't know. It makes me individually very jealous, because if Eldoradimon was 50% as good as Hyandramon, even though they're functionally the same goddamn card in these archetypes, maybe that deck would have mattered.
You can make Hyandramon for 0.
Yeah, man. I just makes it.
You were the first one. You were the first one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you were the first one, and they figured out what to not.
You were the first one, and then they decided, it's like, we'll give you support, and they all say Angoramon in text, and it's like, I mean,
I don't think that's really? Like. I don't think the Angoramon in text thing is bad. It's just Tlaloc just doesn't win the game.
Yeah. I'll give like the 2 seconds on Metal Empire that it deserves, but it is genuinely, in terms of like, we were like, haha, Toho Braves is like the sticky board you have to have trouble interacting. This is actually that board. Like it is like kind of like, unless you have Source Strip, but Machine Dramon Ace stops that mattering. Unless you have all of these things, you have to dismantle the bomb one wire at a time. Otherwise you end up getting DNA'd on their turn. And then it becomes a nightmare. So like some decks genuinely can't hack it. And Kaporimon is like a blessed Digimon in that it can basically trigger off of all of what it needs to do. So there's just a lot to like about it. I think Metal Empire, in a world where, like, genuinely in 6 weeks when we get when we get BT26, if it shifts the power dynamic enough away from board-wide DP minus and back to stack removal, I think there's a case for you seeing it. Yeah. I then say with a giant asterisk that if the black control deck is going to be any good, I expect it to lose to the Gear Forest deck that's about to get a whole bunch of new good green tools and 2 dual cards. But like, we'll see what that looks like. And yeah, but you know, there's like nobody's nerf deck. It's cool to see Metal Empire get enough. This is like if you're like pushing 40 and you just love Machine Dramon, this is a deck they made for you. And like, they're like, okay, little buddy, no more level 5 engine slot with purple Digimon.
If your mortgage rate go down, have you got a little bit of spare cash to be able to spend on the Digimon card game? Well, we got something for you.
Man.
But yeah, that was the Sao Paulo regional. Shout outs to all of them. Only 1 TS Angels in top. Never mind. 2
of them. Angels. 1 bear though.
I think TS Angels is so funny because it's so like antithetical to like how the other TS decks want to play. Because the deck will just like, it's so pilot dependent, because like the pilot basically has to like look at their hand and go, do I just go here, right? Because it's like, okay, I could play for combo, or I make a board so large and deal so much damage and leave you on the amount of memory that like I think won't let you do much, that like I effectively win anyway. But it's like, I think the deck just isn't played more because you have to like sometimes play like that, and a lot of people don't know when to like pivot from like trying to like hard push for the OTK versus just like playing for board, right?
I think it's kind of very similar to Hoodie Loop in that aspect, where it's like that if you have to deviate from your main game plan, the players that top are the ones that can play through their B and C lines properly, instead of just like okay, if you don't have it, how do you play? And it's like I only know how to play when I have it.
Exactly, yeah. But Hoodie Loop,
speaking of tier 1 decks that would cook this format.
Oh my god, if we just had
Hoodie, if we were Hoodie Looping right now, it would be it would not only would it still be broken, it would have gotten better.
Oh, who Braves? Bro,
yeah.
You give me back like option Hoodie, I would cook that deck alive. Fucking
they'd have the new shock that have extra lethal burn too. Like it's so crazy.
Ryuji would fold that deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
CP minus 30k, I'm like, didn't ask.
I'm the mayor of checking a Comet Hammer insecurity, and let me tell you, the Toho Raiders players are not ready to try and soul read you on where they're supposed to put their assembly cards to beat a Comet Hammer. Let's talk about Rotherham, gang. UK on the map, Misplay takeover. Marcio,
okay.
What did you like?
So I'm really happy that somebody won an event with Crosshair. I think
it's the little deck that couldn't, finally winning something in Europe.
I think it's really cool. However, I will say that the list is kind of cheese. But that's just me. I think there are like really good things about it. I think like playing Fire Rocket is fine. I think Fire Rocket is good.
Fire Rocket was their win for finals.
Oh, I think Fingerprint is only live for this event right now. I don't think Fingerprint functionality is live for Sao Paulo.
I think that Valder was correct. And I've always said there's an online trail of me vouching for Valder Arm in Crossart, because decks like this need a thing to do when like you can only push so much and you need something to just make it awkward for the opponent. And
there's an online trail of you pushing Valder Arm in every deck that is playable in for 2 years. It's like the best damn level 7 they've made in like it clears every Omnimon made in the last year.
Okay, when I say I don't like the list, I'm only really talking about like the Memseta Taiki just kind of like annoys me, because like, girl, where's the Trio Tamer? The Trio Tamer is just like better, because the Trio Tamer lets you find your unsearchables. Like you're paying a similar amount of memory, or not pay memory, but like you cycle more, so you get to your good cards. Like, get on the Trio Tamer, gang. That card's really good. I think like the bottom end ratios look fine though. I think like you can't really do Ukomon cheese anymore, because like if this person chose to play like Sparrow into
Sparrow Raptor was like the main like
it's good.
Oh, it was so good this weekend too, or last weekend too. Like watching Raptor Sparrow contest board twice and then clear itself off was amazing.
Okay, when I say I don't like this list, I was speaking hyperbole. It was specifically I don't like
Memseta Taki's kind of a bum though. Like
he's kind of a bum.
Memseta Taki is here because he got a +1 card.
What I will say, I know that somewhere out there, Alexander Pham, he's like scream off the top of his lungs that somebody was smart enough to put Can't Turn My Back into the deck.
The coolest thing about this is a lot of people, it's one or the other. Even though we've been talking to like when we talked to Harry, it was like that he's either on Fire Rocket or he's on Can't Turn My Back. The fact that Robin found space for both and both came up individually times that mattered. Like, it's always been zero sum. It's like you have to pick one or the other. But I think the fact that they found space, maybe again because they freed up space by cutting Ukomons and things like that. I think it was cool. Obviously, part of the reason they made it to finals is off the back of shuffling Fire Rocket into the 10th card from the top of, or 9th card from the top of the deck.
Sometimes you win on shuffle step.
Sometimes you do win at shuffle step. Big ups Fire Rocket in security. Okay. My favorite card.
The whole, I understand the whole like all turns Digicross, like yes, you can do it, but it's such a pipe dream. Like it's a one of already. And it's like, you can do that in theory, but I would rather just cycle more to get to like the things that will actually win you the game, which are your extenders, your Fire Rockets, your Valder Arms, your Can't Turn Your Back. God forbid you have Valder and Can't Turn My Back, that you go X6, make another EX6, DNA them into like what? Like it's crazy, but also big ups to Z Greymon for being being tagged.
Finally, dear God. Yeah, I don't know. It was cute that I will say this as well, because like at one point in top 4, a lot of people the partition plus all turns Taiki Digicross threat was live,
Sure.
When the minute I got back and I was grilled with questions by a friend of the show, DHM, he was like, "Did it come up once?" I was like, "Genuinely, this is the one time it was relevant." But I think it could have been.
No, because he had collision. He was just gonna punch it and it wasn't gonna partition. It was facing a Nezha, so it would have just smacked it in the
you're
gob.
right.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It theoretically could have mattered if the opponent wasn't playing the biggest, reddest hammer you've ever seen in your life.
They gotta kill Fire Rocket, bro. I'm so over this card.
My thing with like the alterns, Taiki, is that it's also like really telegraphed. Like if the opponent has a pulse, it's like super telegraphed.
Yeah.
And like you beat the alterns by like de-digivolving it, so you don't have to play through the partition, or like unironically, if your deck can tap tamers, just tap the alterns tamer. Like
and half the format taps tamers right now. That's
you can also just hold the materials in hand, so it's like you don't need it. I genuinely think that like I think Katone, there's like too many like little things that added up into like the deck like finally doing really well, like somebody that actually like played
like a die-hard cross enjoyer.
Because they play cross, and when they're not playing cross, they're playing hunters. So big fan.
Kudo enjoyers.
Yes.
Red Hybrid third place. That was funny.
Yeah, I mean
it's literally it's a straight up exact. It's like 40.
Who's this?
This was our second place, so this was Fizz. She went on a crazy run. Highest performing.
The Chimera was so cool, man. I'm so sad it didn't come up on stream.
The fingerprint, really cool.
They're playing BT8 Chimera in this list. The streets.
Wait, what the fuck is the fingerprint?
So this basically lets you see like specifics about decks and what text. It was really useful for us as casters, where you could see like head to head like what lists specifics were there, or like how common the build was. So like we said for Fizz's list, if we go to it, the one of Chimera, she was the only one. Yeah, the only Chimera.
The only person.
It makes sense. Gives you a bit more reach.
It was so sick. It's one of those cards that's like if it had just we were like turns away from it. There's like an OTK line with it. It's super cool.
Yeah, the problem was just that I don't know what it was about Rotherham. Outside of Robin's one, Omega Giga Sack wanted it, like promised to them.
Security was kind of dog shit.
Yeah, security was dog shit. Like the TB mirrors were all like one analog youth that was played turn 9, and it was just enough tempo to squeak out. I think you could count the number of Samyojin we saw in day 2 on one hand.
The round 1 of Top Cut was a TB mirror with Tommy Tricks and
Inigo, 2 hands,
and that was quite a lot. But
2
like
hands,
genuinely,
and 5 of them were Tricks versus Carl.
Yeah, exactly. It was a very like kind of low roll on those 5 games.
These Bill Star players were not shooting people out of security.
Yeah, we've talked about TB, y'all. We gotta keep the program rolling. I just want to say shout outs. It's a good time. This is Marcio. I just want you to know, Shane did it again. Great job, UK Fire Red Hybrid players. This is 48 of the Chinese list. There's 48 cards.
So this was already like a Chinese list.
Yeah,
so,
the Neja. And Atomic Inferno thing has been that was pre-release tournament in China.
One thing
because like Marcio said at the start of the show, whoa guys, were they excited with a card with Nejamon on
the
it?
one credit I will give Shane here is I got to speak to him at the event.
I'm not knocking
he
Shane.
was in China during the pre-release. He was on it the same time the Chinese players were. So yeah, he was in China. His wife is
understanding
Chinese.
Is he was at the Super Tamer
They were
battle.
in China. So
wait, sorry, run that. You guys were both speaking at the same time.
Yeah. So Shane was in China, and he was like on Red Note. It's like, oh man, wait, Atomic Inferno plus Neja's crazy, and then a week later on Red Note, he's seeing it all over the Chinese combo lines coming through on Red Note. So yeah, he was part of the culture.
Does he speak Chinese?
Yeah, his wife's Chinese.
Yeah, okay. Motion like that.
Lore, I guess.
Yeah, crazy
UK Digimon lore. Okay. Shane is on Red Note.
What I will say about like Neja, Atomic Inferno.
It's really funny.
It worked because Red Hybrid, for some reason, has draw power now. Like this would have never worked like a year ago.
Aldemon is such a ridiculous little piece of glue holding it together.
Yeah, Aldemon is so overtuned that it enables.
It's both the 81
collision. Like we're doing. Do you guys know the fucking like? And then you have the Metal Greymon that when you block.
Yeah, it was round 1 or
it was round 1.
Yeah, it's that, but like Neja has progress in piercing.
In what world did it need to draw 2? I mean, it's just outrageous.
This draws 2, and then the Trio Tamer also draws. So it's just like.
I mean, it is the difference, right? Like, it's what happens when you get dedicated waves of support to try and separate your multicolored deck.
It's because the deck is part blue. That's Tommy's fault.
I mean, low key, looping Shrabi is kind of criminal.
Yeah, that card I think is the deal, or the difference maker when you watch this deck play is that it means that like they're like, it's all, we talked about this in the cast too. It's like the difference between the decks that do really good with Tamers and their efficiency and the decks that can deal without. Red Hybrid is actually kind of both now, which is messed up.
Yeah.
Because like the Strabis are such good accelerants and Uko lets them play on such fine margins because they'll always have a rookie.
It was definitely of note. Obviously, he got Omega Giga, like, lethal or living sacked.
Yeah,
like,
Shane checked a Fire Rocket last security, and because it was
Second to
not
last.
a hybrid tagged Digimon, the game was over.
Yeah, like, it just boomed him. But other than that, he also in finals did really struggle to find rookies, and like the turns of 0 promotion, like 3-4 turns in a row, definitely started to feel bad.
Yeah,
that's my problem with like when you try to like work, like when you try to increase Red Hybrid's ceiling so much, it like your floor is gonna suffer really badly. Because like the deck like tunnels into like its win condition trying to resolve this, like calling it gimmicky is like a bit of a stretch. It's not gimmicky combo. It's like, you know, we're using good cards, right? Like Nejamon is an individually powerful good card.
Ultimate Beatdown is still legit.
Medusa,
all of these
really
cards are individually very good cards. But like when that becomes like your win condition, when like the deck had win conditions before that were like more searchable and more like easy to like deal with. I mean, progress is really good. I will say that. Progress with what's the engage? Progress engage, really good, guys. I don't know what to say. Also like Medusa. I think Medusa's really funny because
you just have to have Medusa for the no source blockers. Like you need it for Kaguya, you need it for Minerva, you need it for
yes, you need a way
like
to interact.
Yeah, you just have to have the thing Red was given.
But it's also that like Medusa is really good as like your follow-up. Like after you printed a shit ton of memory between like the Strabi and the Atomic Inferno, when you make your second stack off of like a Tamer that you just played down, it's like, I don't have Rush unless I have the Aldemon. Oh, Medusa has Rush. So like, okay, evolve for 2, evolve for 1, evolve for 3. You keep turn, you swing, you get the bottom deck, op, swing, and then bottom deck again. You then Crimson Blaze the opponent because like they have tokens now.
Yep. So good, man.
Evil deck.
I want to shout out the BT12 Takuya. It's a card we've talked about on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
It's one of those things in this format where it's like the ability to extend the extra memory twice is like super significant to how this deck plays, and doing it at different timings, meaning you can go like start of main Takuya, evolve the mem setter. You start turn, go to 3, start of main Takuya, evolve the mem setter combos and strings. You get 2 memory again. You're like, good God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had Trio Tamer, you went to 5 anyway for fun. So
yeah.
It's like playing
against what's it called? It's like playing against TS, where they just always have 5 memory.
This was definitely like more focused on like pulling off the combo because like I think Red Hybrid has stronger like early game like God combos. Like back in BT12, if you open the Flamemon plus the Goodymon turn 1, it was like an incredible amount of value. I think now that God combo is like the 21 Flame with like Spirit Evolve, Trio Tamer, and like Aldemon. That's your like, oh my god, Bumbo Clat Chicken Nugget, you know? Like, that's how you like you win. That's the combo that will get you like super ahead.
I want to shout out Shane one more time. He's kind of the GOAT at this deck in the UK at the minute. Like nobody else is taking it to events like him, and he's been doing it for basically 6 months now. So if you need to check it out.
This time, did he know that how his cards work?
Yep.
Yeah. No cheating this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
The universe got him back for that though. The Red Hybrid, like having to pick up Aldemon and be like, oh my god, I'm not immune to option cards anymore. It was so sad.
He lost 2 games back to back to Aldemon chipping an option in security that went crazy, and then I'm gonna do 5 checks, and it was Tamer, Fire Rocket, and then he makes an Aldemon, hits a 5th Tamer. I'm like, got him, GG.
Yeah. He'll get one of these. He'll get one of these eventually.
That's the thing about Cross is that like Cross is really good when you have to chip it. Like if you OTK Cross, that is fucking horrible. But when you have to give them things from security and they go, ooh, you hit a tamer.
Yeah.
And,
That's
and
why it was
before
so
he's-
funny it was going to be an OTK, and then the fire rocket goes and goes, oh shit, yeah, he does have 5 keywords, and one of those does say blocker. Unlucky.
who had did Neja have?
Neja has blocker.
But Neja has progress.
No, he doesn't. He has rush, collision, piercing, blocker, engage.
Oh, no progress.
No, progress is only on the Medusa.
He's just immune.
He's unaffected by Digimon effects if targets change, so he does
okay.
the
He
collision.
doesn't need. It's like
I confused one of the keywords.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have progress, which is why him
Okay,
hitting
okay.
the fire rocket was just like
Right.
the game's
I
over.
lose.
Yeah, it was good.
Let's zoom a couple of these along.
Spyraco.
Yep.
Yeah, this deck.
It's an extremely familiar deck to this list. There's no Ukos, but Uko lists seem to have basically died out. I like the choice to put in the second Cyclone when people cut
Hold on, guys. Do you want to make fun of Jambo? I beat the cross player in 8 minutes. Did you win the event? No, you got kicked out of top 16. Fucking.
He did win
Bozo.
an event at Rotherham.
Yeah. When all the good players were playing in bracket and like all the chuds were playing side events, he could win that.
Our
with
chud
Tommy
was in there too.
Tricks, with Tommy Tricks, which is our player, and Tamas, which we might be poaching.
Chat, legally speaking, KBeeDS is making a joke, and I cannot confirm or deny any action being taken at the moment.
Shout outs to Jacob, by the way, being the most like, we're talking about like karmic like follow ups, so just like the Shane, he got.
Shane is gonna win a regional.
Yeah.
He's so goddamn close.
Shout out to Jacob being punished for being a Mirage player. I've never seen red memory boost in training whiff on so many targets in my life.
Oof.
It was reveal 4 and it was like boost, tamer,
It was
boost,
fucked.
or some
Those were
shit.
the only copies in his deck, and they both whiffed.
It was
It
crazy.
was ridiculous. It made the matchup look close.
It was really funny.
Spyraco's really good if it just like gets to play the game. Unfortunately, if you don't kill, you get Susano dropped on you, and like you're done, buddy. Pack it up.
Also,
It's
shout
one of those
out
decks.
to getting a fucking 4D chess mind game by Fizz.
Why? Why does it -3? Like, if it was not -3, this would be an actual matchup. I think Medusa is still one of those decks.
Volcanos is so cool, guys.
I think Medusa is one of those decks that will probably. I don't think it's gonna win another one until it gets a toy or a gap in the format opens up. But it will keep topping
it'll
because
keep
it's
topping.
just too. It's
Look at
too
this.
efficient.
Look at this. This is
Is that really what Luke's username? No, okay, no. There
No,
were
that's not
two.
Luke.
There were
Lucas.
2 Volcanis in
Yeah,
top.
both died in top 8.
yeah.
Yeah,
This like speak. I mean,
I like the
soak it
Greymon.
in.
I like the Greymon a lot.
Yeah, the Greymon Yuxo technology, so good. Yeah, sometimes you just need a blocker that has the Digivolve on delete.
I know, but when
It's
you
so good.
watch the listen, guys, it's not just the Susanomon as a bozo train, but when you watch the Susanomon players go game 2, I'm going to adapt to Greymon by sticking Susanomon under Susanomon, you're like, give me a fuck. Why can it do that? At least Digicross had a fixed order. Anyway, this deck is genuinely, in the absence of a Time Stranger toolbox, now that Susanomon hard counters that, this is, I think, the last TS slop deck, right? It's the option
slop.
cards you like and the low end you think is cool.
There's
And
no slop here. This is well crafted.
sorry, my bad.
This is the
I'm
only
not-
TS Stackums, lunchable Stackums.
I did say to Luke that it's funny that he basically found the draw 1 trash 1 Time Stranger deck.
Yeah.
But it's, there's some truth to the fact that if there's a player in your
Luke
region that
Campbell
you really
on
like,
Volcano said not
Yeah.
BL star.
yeah, dude, Luke was like in on this.
Hashtag
Although
not
when
my
I saw him
player.
on Sunday morning, he was pretty tired. So maybe he was just playing something he knew he could play when he was. Anyway, I'll put it this way: there's a reason that, like, if you have a moderately to sincerely competitive player in your region that you follow, they probably enjoy this deck. And there's a reason for that. It basically just does a little bit of everything Time Stranger stuff wants to do. We've talked about it before on the show. We're not going to waste time doing it all the time because we got a bunch of stuff to say. But I want to quickly shout out Congo. The homie Jambo TCG checked 4 of these in 2 games and got sacked out of his mind. And that was awesome. It was genuinely a very funny thing that could happen to somebody. But Congo is good even if you're not just sacking my friend Jambo. It's a good card in the relative format. It's significant because you basically need to be able to beat all of the Time Stranger option cards, the field spells, excuse me, and Congo just solves that problem for you. So
It's really good at like when people like anything that's like a rush gain with like Danikanen and like you put the option to give a guy, you know, you should go Congo. No, stop. Don't do that.
It costs 2, man. 2 is such an
Ever since BT9,
around
I will stop an OTK.
This is the most relevant that Baihumon will be to the metagame.
Sorry, yes, Chatter. A Time Changer Megazoo deck did squeak into top 16. It looks
unfortunately they're
like
near the bottom, so we
one.
got to talk about our good friend Jambo.
Good friend.
He took, this is Shane's list from like the Unca guys. Yeah,
See, like I like the cycle.
The Salamon is so good in this deck, bro. Salamon is like, every time I see a list that's playing Salamon and not BT14 Patamon, I'm like, oh my god, you see the vision?
Because just Patamon, Evo reduction?
Yeah, it's Evo reduction. So Patamon is free Evo gain 1 memory, but Salamon is the exact same net value once you resolve the egg once. So it's just stronger basically in every capacity.
And it's searchable.
And it's searchable. Thank you, Marcio. Yes. It's so much fucking broken bullshit.
It's also barrier, so you can like chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't know what they were thinking when they made these cards do what they do, but they let the ball go on this one. I hope one day, chat, if they ban this fucking Digi-Egg, I'll eat them live.
You know this is a Jambo list because he snuck in the Maruki. That's my king.
Yeah, Angels, Teapot OTK, you guys know it.
I love Maruki's
like
great.
There's one like a billion Eagles nests on it or whatever. Like it's just that deck that's like, it's a known quantity. It's 3 months old. If you don't know, go back and watch some old Misplay episodes.
Yeah,
we'll probably look a lot younger.
I don't know why Trix's list was called TB instead of Toho Braves. I don't know why he's nice like that and gets
special. Oh my god, Volderarm! Wow,
yeah,
Volderarm! Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, Glowing Dawn made it
the best represented deck in Brazil.
Shout outs to Peak Break.
I think can I give my inflammatory opinion of the podcast?
Go on.
This is such a this is the most bozo hold your hand deck in the format by a mile, and I think I'll we'll have to respect it when the third wave of Habakiri support comes out and they have broken access to their new Kyo Tamer that just sacks every other OTK deck in the format.
Ornately Digivolve now.
Yeah. It's Beat Break gets more toys. Wow, what a surprise! But this iteration, especially these Ukomon versions, where they're just like having the best of both, and they don't care if they lose the E-pulses that let them combo. They don't give a shit. This kind of deck is so like, it's the thing in Digimon that everyone is sick of. Like it's Ukomon infinite advantage deck. It's trait soup. It's like fucking
not
tamers that are sack you. It's so uninteresting to play around that like when they in 3 more months, when all the Beat Break decks have enough custom promo cards to separate themselves out into like yellow Beat Break, which is the Habakiri, green Beat Break, which is the Geckomon stuff. Like when they have successfully defined the identity, we will be like, thank God I'm not playing against Beat Break good stuff anymore.
It's I don't know. I think
so boring.
This is like a quick side note, and I think that's like the reason why I've pivoted this year more towards like, you know,
content,
making content.
Vanguard.
The shorts are good, by the way.
Yeah, very little effort, a lot of views on TikTok. It's great. I think 2026 Digimon, I think, has some of the best artwork that we've seen in a while. Like, oh my gosh, some of the stuff they're releasing, like the Plutomon stuff, I'm like, this is the regular art? What?
Yeah, it's tragic. I will never get to use that artwork.
The gameplay is like so uninteresting. Like, they were like, guys, Beat Break. Okay, what does Beat Break do? It doesn't pay for anything. It's trade slop and OTKs.
It's literally, the whole deck is like, it's a psyop, right? Because to me, a chud, I'm like, oh, there's no boosts in trainings. It plays differently. And then you're like, motherfucker, the egg is a training and the trainers and the tamer cards are boosts. Like, I feel like an actual lunatic when I sit down from this card.
I'm like, okay.
They're also all Hammer Spark.
They're all Hammer Spark. And then like, I like that they were like, in this card is unaffected by Digimon effects, and this card is Digimon by Digimon effects, and this card is unaffected by Digimon effects. Dual cards are options.
Please
But then
buy
because
dual
it's-
cards.
The TV show is super cool though, so when they keep making these decks do something different, I'll probably will enjoy them.
Yeah.
But I'm just so uninterested
I
in
think
like
I think-
Habakiri, and then I go end of turn, final judgment, you are dead, bro. GG's. And
I
I'm
think like what it is like thing that I like is lame. Sorry, thing that I like is cool. Thing that you like is lame because I
Yeah.
look at the DATS side and I'm like, yo, the Rosemont burns 4. That's so peak. But then like it doesn't win the game. But like I locked all of your tamers down and I burned 4.
Yeah, but that is good. That is cool. That is cool. You know, we got you took away all of the interaction, but we did get to resolve cards at each other.
Yeah.
This
there's
like,
no way. There's no way. I said this on the show as well. There's just absolutely
The
no way.
Rosemont-
DATS will not stay bad. The Rosemont
DATS
cards
has-
are all
the
individually.
Rosemont
has a
the Rosemont
regional
is
win.
all turns. The
Yeah,
Rosemont
they're
is
very
broken.
good cards. They're very, very good cards.
Give it a little bit. The Rosemont is broken. I'm calling it.
And you know what's fucked? Like, you know, if you'd have told me a year ago that you're like, yeah, this deck you think is going to eventually be pretty good, we pinky promise in 4 months you're getting a whole wave of Mirage cards.
Yep.
Like, that's the Grim Reaper.
dude, the Mirage stuff is blue-black, and it's like the Rosemont does so much all turns. What if
all turns.
What if you just went, oh, the Mirage stuff is part black? What if I lap placed someone and used 2 option cards back to back? What if I option carded and then went, oh, look, there's 6 things sideways, burst mode on your turn?
Yeah, I think you should
Dude,
do that.
If Mirage burst mode gains memory,
Feminism is back.
I think then we can add burst mode to the ban list, because I think my good friends over at PXP Entertainment will find the most entertaining way to turn skip one guy on the table as Henny goes through 50 cards for the love of the game.
I don't know. That was my terrible, miserable old man yells at cloud argument about Glowing Dawn. I'm just kind of over it. I want these decks to do something distinct from each other, and it's not just that like all the 5s kind of do the same thing. It's that like all the tamers do the exact same thing. All the options basically resolve the same way, which is that you just use them to make a discount. Like it's not the most exciting thing in the game. If you had told me that this was more interesting than hard play black blocker deck, I'd have laughed at you. But
it's just a little bit of fatigue between like the TS decks, because like people were like,
Holy
oh my
buckets,
god,
what?
the Hootie deck. But it's like, gang, we've been on like the 3rd TS set. Okay, this shit's not going away. And like climbing was so strong and so easy that they were like start slamming stuff, just mega zoo.
Dude, this is a wild list. Actually, this is truly TS Toolbox.
It's quite close to the I believe the Parma, not 100% exactly the same. Obviously, I'm not going to say that, but like this is close to the
Data's mini Bacchus is crazy.
Bacchus is really good. The problem is that like Bacchus just sucked in its own deck. So what if you just don't play Bacchus in its own deck and you play it in this instead?
Watching people use Angemon aggressively is really interesting too. Obviously, he's extra copies of Barrier, which is really strong for these cards because you need 2 to survive the force battle encounters that are everywhere. But Angemon is kind of just a bozo aggro card that gives you more value. You can either give it jamming with Lunamon or use it to tap something down or draw cards. Like
it's like
very good.
What if your body, instead of armor purging, recovery +1 to insulate your Sirenmon?
Yeah, and it's like when you play it, if you just need a 4 to play off of Minerva to give blocker, this is a blocker that gives you a heal. Like it's got a little bit of everything you need them to do. It's just truthfully, fam, not a very thoughtfully designed Digimon card.
It's just I just want like things to happen that are like, can we hurry up with like the TS stuff? Like, you know it's bad when I'm like low-key excited for the Royal Knights, which is just like more slam slop.
Well, we know these ones don't work in the deck.
Yes.
So they'll at least be,
allegedly.
Marcio's like, I'm sick of Slam Slop, brings back Chronicles.
But it's just like, can we like go back to like making stacks, guys? Like, maybe I'm getting a bit nostalgic, but like, can we just go back to making stacks? And then like, I also look at the Marvamon or Minerva, whichever one got revealed, and I'm like, there's no way. And then like, I look at like every Titan's purple card that got revealed, and it's like execute, and I'm like, okay, so like they're slamming and punching me. Why? Sure. I mean, we're progressing the game.
Execute doesn't give you rush, by the way.
You need to have. Oh, okay. It just lets you attack.
Yeah. It's blitz,
Okay.
but then
But
you
Don't
pay
worry,
for
there's
it.
a different way to do that.
Yeah,
Isn't
the Cherubi gives rush. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, I look at this Cherubi, I'm like, oh, this fucking guy's enabling everyone.
Yeah, this guy's a Nidhogg.
I don't know. I know.
It's not a real card.
And then people go, oh, but it costs 4. And then you think about it, it's like, it costs 4. It's good. It's a good thing that it costs 4 because you want to pass memory so your Dankanan can then like, do things. You want to pass more memory to the opponent. It's good.
4 is the number to use cross arts, which is a ridiculously broken card too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know people are pretty sick of TS. I totally get it now. I'm glad that they're finishing it up next set because it means that we get basically every deck gets its 2 toys and then we move on.
Talking about new cards.
I just think TS is kind of I think when we look at this in a year, I think it'll be funny because I feel like TS it never really won everything while it was good.
Yeah. See, this is how bad it's getting. I'm like, you know what? You go, DigiDan. I'm happy for you. You know what, guys? Maybe Mallow is kind of cool after all.
This Digimon is
fuck yeah, it's a very good card.
This card is insane.
Please go to locals.
Yeah. They
There's
now can play through Aegis. This is probably Tommy Trix's fault.
Yeah. There's a full deck profile on this that Dane put up, as well as an actual Top Cut review. So we're not going to steal all the thunder. You should go watch DigiDane's breakdown video that he put up a little bit ago.
Is that a purple deck? Yeah. It's Mallow. You know about Mallow. Oh no, he's playing the memory guy. Come on, did you?
What do you mean? That Yukio? He's super important.
No, not Yukio.
The one that was restricted to 1 copy, the Mallow.
The Mallow.
Oh yeah, I mean,
if you find it, you win the game.
If it,
but like the
Skull
green one is
Belushi's there too, you know.
Oh, Venom. Yeah,
but the Venom is so cool.
Yeah, but like, what if you just killed you? What if you just killed you?
I'm sad to see my goat DigiDane having dropped EX12 Omnimon so that you could DNA 2 Mallows into Omnimon and burn for game. That was the first moment I went, I think it's okay that they made him red.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet actually. I don't know. Mallow, I think, there's a lot. I'm glad Dane has a deck he just like enjoys. I think it's cool that this is the one purple deck that basically has to play its own engine.
Yes,
because like it's just so airtight. When decks like this get to be good, it's cool.
This is what a purple deck should be.
This is what Digimon decks should be, right? Where it's like they are their own thing in terms of their like function and identity.
Wait, Tom, the problem is that you're gonna advocate for like no slop, okay? And like
my bad. Well,
like
we instead of trading everything, we write Pulsemon in text. Now it's not Pulse Slop. We're back.
Analog Youth is a hell of a card, huh?
Yeah, they just gotta kill him one day. I mean, I will even now settle for Analog Youth surviving if they get rid of Ukomon. I just think Ukomon has got to. I'm so.
I am at the point where I think I would rather Ukomon stay and Analog Youth get it. Just brain blown out. I hate that guy.
It's one chip.
Knowing us, actually, both of us will be unhappy come the world's band.
Yeah,
yeah, true.
Which is like, fuck, they didn't hit anything.
They're gonna show off a new alt art for Analog Youth. Is like commemorating 25 years of Digimon or whatever.
Gear up as Misplay for Game pivots into a Naruto TCG podcast.
Why is Ukomon in Naruto?
Oh my god,
Sasuke's so broken.
Dude,
dude, it's so cringe that they're gonna make me choose between playing Itachi and hating on blue deck. It's so cringe. I'll get over it. Bandai Blue's a drug.
You're right. It's you're just under the Genjutsu.
But will Bandai Blue be good because this game has a resource system? You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Well, how fair will that be?
Yeah, it would be the resource system, and I'm like, but blue, it's the chosen one. It 9 shell
Sharingan Spark for 0.
The first like chakra like tailed beast thing that lets you play a 6th chakra card. It'll be a blue deck. It'll be a blue Naruto.
I think it's just really funny that I'm like looking at this Bandai game, and I'm like, Bandai made Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
I'm just like, this is just Yu-Gi-Oh, guys, and like the kids love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay,
and the kids love Bandai, I guess.
We will get ourselves over to the next one of these card fests so we can have a look at shit ourselves.
They should bring them over to us.
Alter S, let's go. Alter S is cool, right?
This is the one with EX12 Omnimon too, which is a really sick addition to this list because it means you don't have to play for the stupid infant Alter S OTK. You can actually play for a burn lethal. like a real Omnimon
How
deck.
is that different though? Like,
it means that you're not watching somebody take the same like 15-step completely immune Digimon combo. And like you're playing a little bit more on the board because you're using the 6s to like actually attack and play the game.
Yeah, they're not even playing File Island. They're not even playing Epstein Island to add
back. But you don't have to loop him. You just, as long as you find one Alter S and one EX12 Omnimon, you're done. Pretty good.
You get to make Alter S and regular
Omnimon. Don't get it twisted. This deck is so.
Okay, so like this is the thing about Omni is like I used to be like, yeah, dude, I think Omnimon is fucking peak. Omnimon should be in like everyone's deck. Omnimon's like the coolest thing ever. And then they made it lame. Like the Alter S OTK is kind of lame. Virus Busters Omni is really cool. I like that guy. That guy's kind of cool. You're playing Virus Busters, which kind of sucks.
I think this is basically the only OTK deck, genuinely an OTK deck left in the game right now. And I think it's kind of weird. Medusa can OTK you, but most of the Medusa players are still like 4 damage into token. Yeah, sorry. What am I talking about? But yeah, this is basically.
You play the Metal Greymon and you get 3 memory back.
But this deck is basically like it's play boost till the game is over, and that's like
boost and Digimon OTK. Hope it's enough.
Yeah. So for me, when I watch this deck resolve its combo, you're like, oh, all right, we've seen this one before. So for this to basically be the only thing left, I actually think that's a sign that the game is in a pretty good state. Even though everyone's kind of like, I think people are. I don't want to say everyone's too negative about Digimon right now because I respect your opinion to be like, hey man, I'm sick of Tyler Stranger. Hey man, I'm sick of trait decks. But you actually didn't fucking fight in those wars, and you don't know what a shit Digimon format actually looks like. Like, and if you're like, oh, Hoodie was the worst format I ever played in, you are a spring chicken and you know nothing. A format so bad they did an April Fool's ban list that we all thought was a joke. You guys ain't seen shit yet.
People think that card can come back.
Naruto looking so good.
Yeah. Well, this was not our half an episode event recap. I don't know. Have we talked about Jupitermon? Jupiter's going to get better next set because it's getting its dual cards.
We can talk about Jupiter. I think like we're just kind of talking about the decks in EX12 in the current format metagame.
I think this is the least, like, I would bet on this deck topping repeatedly the least of all the ones we've talked about so far. I think you have to basically dedicate your life to the blade to play Jupitermon right now. And like until it gets its next wave, I don't know.
I don't disagree. I think it's
just
like,
too much work for not enough payoff compared to the other TS decks.
You kind of have to be like a Jupe head. You have to be a real Jupe head.
HM Holy's coming. They'll help you then.
I think the deck is very good, but I don't see like a thing where this deck excels at that like you can't just get from a different deck.
It's such a hard sell for you to not just tell me to play muskets.
Yeah, like you could play this, so I could play muskets. I think like what the deck is really cool at doing is like interacting on the opponent's turn, assuming that there's no fucking really cool Omnimon alternate, inspired level 7 that just nukes the field. That would be a shame. But I think this is like Jupiter is always really weird to appraise because like the first wave come out and then we're all like, just wait until my second wave, and then the second wave comes out and now it's like, just wait until my third wave.
It's Vegeta and Cell that's like, oh, I would beat you if I was in my final form. Okay, no. My next form. Trust. This one's the truth for reals.
I do think it's gonna win a regional finally. Yeah. When it gets when you make it protect. No, because what it's doing is it's ripping off a better tested game plan where it makes can't you digivolve me, can't source strip me, protected from your effect. That's Galacticmon but yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What they did was like it was like, oh yeah, the only way to really out Jupitermon meaningfully is to DP minus it enough, and they're like, okay, it turns out that we made DP minusing Jupitermon really fucking easy in this format. Let's patch that one up. Oops.
Yeah. I think like the deck also has to play for like a theoretical like 2-turn where like you promote and like maybe you do your 2 checks and then like you burn, and then you have to hope that like you still have like all of your pieces intact and enough like follow up to then be able to like really get the opponent with like the rush Agiokas. And if that doesn't happen, then you basically pivot into like calling it bad TS Mega Zoo is maybe a bit of a stretch, but you have to pivot into
that flexibility.
Yeah, you have to pivot into like the Diana or Minerva or whatever annoying thing that plays into the opponent, or like hopefully, ruin mode buys you another turn. And then it's just like, okay, your deck is just so like unseasoned chicken, and brown rice, and like I don't know, man. I'm not trying to count my macros. I'm trying to order pizza.
I think the only other thing out of Pomona that we haven't already talked about is I think technically this was Puppet's last top.
This is just sad.
Yeah, it's Kaguya, like nice toys, I suppose, version this
deck
way.
Is just sad. This is just sad now.
It just like can't. It was really unfair when you couldn't interact with it on its go turn, and now that you can interact with it on its go turn, it sucks.
It just doesn't play through anything.
It has
DP mine.
Yeah, one Galismon, one Kaguyamon,
one
like,
Dianamon.
Yeah, dear God, one Dianamon. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know, fam. I don't know what they're doing. Arissa, maybe they'll give her a promo like they gave Zenith one. I don't necessarily expect it. I just think
they make a really good OTK deck, and then the OTK decks can play through a floodgate. So then the good decks left are decks that can play through floodgates. So then the decks that can play through floodgates get better and better because they have to play through floodgates.
Yeah.
Or you have like a really big nuke called Susanoo, and I don't see Susanoo in this deck. So
yeah. And maybe if this was a Ruin Turbo kind of deck, I think it could have a niche. But these days, I'm not a full believer. But I think the fact that this deck topped here and then never again this format.
You say that, but like not even Shine as like the premier Ruin Turbo deck is doing anything.
That deck is best of one merchant as hell. Like the fact that it's top China and Singapore and none in a best of 3 area is.
I guess it's really also like I wonder how popular Galacti is in those sorts of regions.
Galacti's not that popular, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a Western thing. We love that spaceship.
Was there? Let me check really quick.
I think it's because
there was a Galacti in any of the top cut.
It's because playing in control, like you sometimes have to play like really long game ones, and like Galacti needs to win its game one. But then like, I think you have less. You have less time for like one individual game in the East.
Asia, yeah, so you're more likely to get double game loss.
Yep. Literally what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I guess your opponent's also more in like I'm not winning this game, so fuck you. You're not taking points.
Damn right.
At least here we get to walk away with one. Crabs in a bucket.
Crabs in a bucket.
And
I think that's what we missed.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. We crushed that.
Yeah. Also, if you are waiting to see the rest of Rotherham in individual rounds where it's all been edited, so you don't have to scroll through the thing, it's available for Ultimates. I know people have been bitching, but you can just wait. You can just wait.
Just wait.
You can just wait. It's chill. Go, or you could just watch.
Pony up some cash because we basically did unpaid work. I saw some people saying like the Gundam players were like, man, why don't we get a stream? Motherfucker, I spent 180 pounds that weekend to give a stream. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's because your Gundam creators don't love you.
Yeah, you
like
guys don't fuck with us.
Yeah. That was Naruto though when that shit happens. But yeah, if you want that, you can just wait. Or you can watch the entire stream that's up, or you can pay. Like, it is what it is.
I cannot wait to bitch about fucking Kimimaru or whatever, like, dog shit's gonna be like the best deck in set 1.
Dude, I can't believe that it's all 3 seasons from the jump.
Me when Marcio holds on to the Ina Shikocho trio deck for a little too long.
Yo, but like, that was gonna be my pick. Like,
wow, no way, dude.
Wow.
Listen.
That's your bad. I just throw a lighter at my opponent, burn their cards.
Is your shit fire safe?
We won't just do next. So we've been gone for a little bit. We will not have another prolonged break like that. Moving house and lots of products.
Yeah, it turns out that the limit on the number of people that can move at one time is 1.
Yeah. But Misplay for Game will be coming back with regular occurrences, either pre-recorded episodes or these live ones. Thanks very much for everybody who showed up live. Just to remind you, if you are watching live at twitch.tv/KnTElixar, you can consider subscribing with Prime. Basically, it's back to school. Sorry, and I know a bunch of you uni students get free Twitch Prime, so check that out. Or check out us out on YouTube, channel members like Andrew. That whole plug a second ago. Pay for the damn tournament. We did a lot of hard work. Misplay for Game will be back more regularly, pre-recorded or otherwise, with not just event recap stuff. We have some big segments coming up that we're planning If you liked the What Is Slop thing, keep an eye out for another follow-up, something like that, 'cause that got a really great reception.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do a lot more,
and maybe even some guests this month. We'll try and let you know as soon as we can.
And we are gonna get some Naruto stuff going as well, whether it will be on this channel or whether it will be on a dedicated Misplay for Game channel. We'll figure that shit out. But like, we will be there, and we will still keep up with Digimon. Like, we're not abandoning the game to go play whichever the newest one is, because that's what we
If
play.
anything, we're basically just being given the green light to just make more of our lives about playing card games, which is kind of cool.
So I will be there no matter what, and we will still be here hopefully every weekend to do this show, preferably live. I like yapping live, so y'all can you can get the nuclear takes as they happen. Also, if you watch on Twitch, please like clip some of the questionable stuff we say, because it would make my life a lot easier when I have to go pretend that TikTok is a real platform that I have to acknowledge and put content on. If you want to see shitty takes in a vertical format when you're scrolling on your phone, Misplay for Game Pod on TikTok. That's where you can find us. I tried to log in. Last time I logged in, the entire backend crashed. So that's why that hasn't been uploaded to in like 3 months. But it'll be the YouTube Shorts tab again on a different platform.
The other thing I was going to plug is we mentioned at the start to check out the Misplay for Game Discord announcements, including perhaps some convenient find us all in one places style consolidation of information coming soon. Keep an eye on the chat, make sure people know. That way you can find out everything Marcio, Andrew, and I are doing. I also want to shout out Marcio's been basically, we joked about it like 30 minutes ago, but Marcio's been doing a bunch of Vanguard stuff this month. KnTEnt and KBeeDS is on the case.
For a different game.
But you should check it out because it's been really good. And the numbers are nice.
You know KBeeDS on there?
On what?
On the tick of the talk?
I should be.
I think you're Marcio KBeeDS. Can't remember.
I should be.
TikTok is weird because I have your actual honest to God phone number, because it's like a phone contact. It'd be like, this is your friend Marcio.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. You've got an underscore in your username. That's why I can.
That's why, because they probably took my fucking regular name.
Yeah. Keep an eye. Let's see what else is there. Check out the Discord. Blah blah blah. Thanks to everyone that saw us at Rotherham. We appreciate you very much.
Yeah, this was the most sleeves I've given out at an event. So shout out to all the rookies and above that claims their actual, promised to them in the terms and conditions card sleeves. Shout outs to all the people that own the cooked Garurumon sleeves, because they are aware of the podcast and don't need it explaining to them as a concept. Shout out to all of those people that were definitely on top tables with the cooked Garurumon sleeves. We'll be back on Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, wherever the hell our RSS feed disseminates to. Hopefully next weekend with probably just another Yap Sesh. I know people like Yap Sessions. Maybe we'll have a guest on, who's to say. Maybe we'll get one of the guys that knows a lot about Naruto that was at Gen Con. They'll be on.
What a concept. I can't think of anything else to plug.
We got bonus content coming for Champions. I know y'all been starving through June and July, but we're going to be once again designing more Royal Knights cards, because they just showed off all the alt arts for the Royal Knights. And if you didn't get to see Tiny Examon, consider becoming a champion tier or higher so you can get access to that video right now. That was
genuinely a funny video. We don't often
we're
going to
design
laugh at.
A Craniumon or something. I don't know. Whichever Royal Knights we got left. I'm going to have to go watch that video to go find out which ones we've already done. And we'll see you next week or in tomorrow's daily Digimon content. You know where it be. And you have been missing out for ages on the only reason anyone tunes into this damn show. Fellas?
I'm ready, baby.